some of them are experienced BAs, like even BAs with 15 to 20 years of experience are coming and revising their skills with us. And also we get students like who are even just 12 pass out of school and they want to do something different. And BA is something, as we know, it's not very well known sort of career. It's not like being a developer or being a doctor or an engineer. So there are only very few people know about it. So hence the market is very, very buoyant for BAs all over the world. People are hiring BAs day in, day out. And they are very, very well paid. I think some of you are from the industry and you know what sort of salaries BA command worldwide. I won't focus on that much at the moment, and I'll just pass you back on to Chirantan just to share some of his life experiences with us. Thank you, Chirantan, and everybody, and I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandeep, for that
Thank you, sir.
enriching experience walkthrough. So this is a little bit about myself. Again, similar to Sandeep, I have 18 plus years of experience, of which 15 years has been in change management. I was one of the very lucky few who started their career in the very initial stage with the formal designation of a business analyst way back in India in the year 2006. Right, so I think I would have spent about 4 years of my career till 2006, 4 or 5 years, and then in the initial stage I was in the BA role. Right, so I kind of dabbled in different organizations. So I played the role of an IT business analyst. I've kind of spent quite a bit of my time working with investment banks, companies like JP Morgan, Nomura. Presently, I'm a program manager with Citigroup in London. And of course, I've kind of mentored BAs. I have been very passionate about this, this profession. Right from 2006, have been training for the last, I think, 12 years on business analysis. I think over the last 9 to 10 years of those 12 years has been the agile business analysis side, which is why I think, if you look at contemporary, the role of the contemporary BA, as I was talking about a few minutes back, it revolves a lot on ability to write epics, ability to distinguish between an epic and a user story, what is a feature, and all of those things. I think that's when Sandeep and me, we kind of decided that there is a real big dearth between what is the skill set that is on offer in the market and what the employer is looking out for. Right, so the employers are looking out for good hands-on experience of business analysis with working knowledge of tools. So for example, let me call out a few areas, right? So for example, you should know how to do a process model on the go. You should be able to be very conversant with, let's say, the UML modeling tools. So something like a use case model, what is an entity relationship diagram, and of late on the agile side, you should be able to come up with an agile charter. You should be able to come up with an agile product roadmap. You should know what's a customer journey map. So that's when we decided we'll kind of give back to the community. Right, that's when we came up with AgileBA, and myself and Sandeep are looking at 3 things primarily. One is this course, which is on the business analysis and product ownership side. And then there are a couple of other things that we do on the PMI ACP side, right? So Project Management Institute, Agile Certified Practitioner. Okay, that's a little bit about myself. And what we wanted to cover for today is slightly here. So this is why we think people should sign up with us, right? There is a little bit of a difference in the way AgileBA has been formed, and AgileBA's success stories, you just heard about from me and Sandeep in terms of who we are and what's our training introduction. But I think we are going to take you through some of the success stories, right? So kind of people whom we have mentored. At the center of the circle, you see something known as lifetime coaching. We are coaches as well. So I am a certified agile coach as well. Sandeep is Sandeep and me both are safe product owners and product managers as well. Right. And then we are going to look at some of the video testimonials, right? So there's some draft slides and video testimonials from our training curriculum and what we bring onto the table, right? So I think this slide is going to be pivotal, right? Because if you see on the left-hand side, along with 36 years of combined experience that myself and Sandeep bring onto the table, what we do in this kinesthetic workshop, okay, we call it a hands-on training and a workshop for four to 5 weekends, where you will learn all this on the left hand side, right? So right from agile BA templates and techniques, you will learn about human modeling, you will learn about process modeling, and everything is on a tool, right? And these are the tools which are used in the industry, right? So that's where, both Sandeep and me are very passionate that you should, when you kind of train with us, when you kind of when we mentor you, you should be very confident of going back to the industry and saying that, hey, I'm an entry level BA, but I come with this knowledge. Hey, I have kind of spent X number of years as a business analyst, say 5 to 7 years as a business analyst, but this is how I have enhanced my BA journey. Okay, but even we have mentored extremely expert BAs, right? So people who have good over 24, 25 years of experience, they come to us often, having seen a little bit of despair with other training institute because they haven't really ticked the right boxes. They kind of come to Sandeep and me and say that, hey, can you make a difference to our career at the stage at which we are, right? So going back to tools, we do prototyping, we do project charters, customer journey maps, lean canvas stories, story mapping. All of this are on tools, right? So industry toolkits. Now, one of the things which is a unique thing which we have been speaking about is after this 4 weekends of curriculum, you can choose between any certification on the IIBA side, and we are an IIBA endorsed education provider, right? And or you can also choose the PSPO or the PSM, which is the Professional Scrum Product Owner or the Professional Scrum Master. And guys, let me call it out. Sandeep and me, we are very proud to say we are the only mentoring body which has this hybrid course as of today, right? So we do not know of any other institute which is doing both, the product ownership, the Scrum Master side, as well as the Agile, as well as the waterfall business analysis together, right? So usually you will have to spend differently, isn't it? You will have to do a waterfall course, then you'll have to spend on the Agile side, but we bring it all under one umbrella. Okay, that's something that we do. Okay, and all our case studies, right? So I think Sandeep was talking about this in the introduction, that ours is a little bit of a different pedagogy, right? Our teaching framework is very different to others in the sense that we have done away with the boring slides. We definitely give you the slides, but we do not stick to just the slides, right? So the kind of training pedagogy that you will see, we rely a lot on insights, practically how things are happening in the industry. That's where our combined years of 36 years of experience comes into use, right? So we do a lot of case study based problem solving in the class, right? So that's a little bit about the way we go about things. In terms of the BA module objectives, I'm just going to put it out on the screen. Yes, did someone have a question there? Guys, you are still okay with me? Just checking, all of you are with me? With myself and Sandeep? Just unmute yourself, say yes.
Yeah, we're on.
Because we realize sometimes that we are sticking to a wall, okay? We go on and on, we can talk for hours together, okay? But this is, going back to our training objectives, this is what we are going to cover, right? So the entire part of what is the overview of business analysis, what are the different types of requirements. Sorry guys, I'll have to just put all of you on mute if you're not speaking. Okay, then identify the requirement types, the BA planning exercise. We cover all 6 knowledge areas of business analysis by IIBA. So right from strategy analysis to requirements, lifecycle management, solution evaluation, and then we cover the entire curriculum of Scrum as an agile framework in detail, right? So of these 4 weekends, you're going to know a lot about not only the theory, but also how to apply that theory in the workplace. I think that's where, Sandeep, you will agree with me, isn't it? That's where people are losing out in the market, right? So people know about the theory, but they don't know which technique to apply where. Let's say you're given a particular scenario, how do you break, let's say, an epic into a meaningful user story and all of those things. That's where we kind of bring a lot of value add.
100%. I mean,
Okay,
that's one of the big differentiator we have, guys. And I just wanted to add one more thing. Chirantan has been BA. I think, I don't know if he has covered, because my audio is not very good, but I think he might have not covered this piece, which I wanted to really highlight. Chirantan has been a BA since almost 2007. And he, like, since the time like where people haven't heard about the BA, like what exactly the BA does. And in his lifetime, he had hired almost like 150 to 200 BAs in his life. And there was a time when the 100 plus BAs were reporting into him. And he got tired and sick of that, and he ran out of India. He said, I'm not doing this. I want to have a role of, somewhere I can have a bit of peace of mind. I don't want these many reportings, BA coming to me and reporting into me. So imagine the guys, the kind of the amount of experience and the knowledge will be showered into a room where me and Chirantan are coaching you together. It's like, you going and if you're learning to become an MBBS doctor, for example, you're learning, studying in a medical college. So imagine like what the professor is teaching you versus there are a couple of trainers who are working in the industry for almost 18, 19 years, and they are teaching you in the same class. So you imagine the difference on the quality and that hands-on part, basically, right? We try to like cut all the bullshit in between, the things you don't need to know. We don't teach you all that, and we only focus on what you actually need at your job, right? And that's what the one of the big differentiators. Yeah, sorry, Chirantan, please carry on. I just wanted to add this piece.
Yeah, I call myself fondly the dinosaur of business analysis, right? So I've been there right from Babcock version 1, when IIBA had come out with the business analysis body of knowledge version 1. I'm also a contributor to version 4 myself for IIBA in terms of its curriculum. But yeah, I'm really passionate about business analysis, right? Both myself and Sandeep, we are definitely doing it out of the passion. Okay, so moving on. This is one of the most important slides, guys, which is a key takeaway for all of you, right? So we would want your kind attention. Definitely do at the end of this slide, definitely stop us if you have questions. We are definitely going to answer these questions, but this is where we talk about output, outcome, and benefits, right? And we have taken a few of our real students and given them their avatars, right? So we've kind of created a cartoon avatar for all of you, but these are the real guys, right? So let's start with, and you will see the kind of diversity of profiles whom we have mentored, we are mentoring today, and what has been the results of their success stories, right? Because it's very important to see what you were before and what has been the result after.
Can I get a medium?
Right? That's going to
be medium size.
Medium size, yes.
go on mute, please. Okay, guys. So the first one is a person who is based out of Canada. So he's a CA and CISF with 24 years of experience. Before he attended the mentorship course with us, he was in the business advisory space. But after he did a full-blown business analysis and the product owner course, he has become much more enhanced in his career objective, right? So he is now working as a CFO in terms of strategy and business intelligence. He definitely manages a few careers in Canada himself, of BA careers, and deals with programs and change management works with implementation of accounting standards, right? So where there is a product taxonomy change, where there is an accounting reclassification, this CFO is definitely involved in all of the financial budgeting and all of those things. Right? Sandeep, just a quick reminder, in case this meeting gets over in 10 minutes, can you just open up the same meeting so that people can dial in? Sandeep, I don't know whether you are able to hear us.
Yes, I will.
Okay, perfect.
Restart it. Yeah.
All right. Now, guys, going back to this person, right, who's based out of Canada and is a good patriot candidate of ours. We kind of call our student practitioners, because they are definitely practitioners in the industries. They are students. In fact, we are also students learning with them symbiotically, right? Now, if you look at his growth in salary, it has been a 35% growth in the last 1 year. Presently is at a decent 245,000 US dollars in terms of package, right? I don't think $245,000 is a low package in any sense of the word, right? So this is the real salary that we are talking about. Of course, we are not revealing the names of these candidates, but these are real people. If you want to get in touch with them, if you want to talk to them, we can definitely kind of get you on a conference call with them. They'll be very happy to talk about their success journeys with us. Right. The second Niftar is vice president in Mumbai. Okay, a good friend and colleague of mine, and looks at Basel reporting. So this person looks at Basel reporting, liquidity, mentors a team of 20 plus BAs, has industry experience of 15 plus years, and has a region coverage, right? So after the curriculum, he was only looking at, before the curriculum, he was only looking at the India team, right? But after the curriculum that he has kind of done with us, he's now expanded his role, kind of cover the region coverage for India, Shanghai, and UK. Growth in salary over the last 2 years is 45% with one job change, presently at 59 lakhs Indian INR, right? So if you're looking at India market, this person has got 15 years of experience, comes up to a salary which is close to 60 lakhs on a fixed term basis. The third profile is a business analyst in London, right? So this person was trained by us again, moved from India 2 years back, had pre-sales background, right? Many people who come to us don't come with a BA background and comes with a pre-sales background, no IT experience, no business analysis background, did a course here, an educational course here, and then complete up one BA certification and one product owner certification. Guys, I'm going to mention this again. Sandeep and me do not advocate certification as an end, but definitely certification is a byproduct and helps as a means to an end, right? So after this person did one certification on business analysis and one certification on product ownership on the right hand side, is now working with a consulting firm as a business analyst in the UK. Presently is at 85K GBP. So that's the kind of salary that she's earning with 5 years of experience, and got the first break as a BA after our training, right? So she was quite apprehensive that, hey, when I'm moving from India to UK, do you think I will get a break as a business analyst in the career? But definitely she's landed that dream job as a business analyst in a consulting firm. The fourth person is an AVP in Northern India, of course, in Gurgaon, India. Now this person is had an accounting master's, so had an MCom in Gurgaon with 8 years of experience. And after 8 years of experience, her package was only 11.5 lakhs fixed in India. Now, most of you guys would agree that having 8 years with a master's degree and 11.5 lakhs as a package is not a big deal, right? Now she needed real salary connection, which is when she kind of attended the BA course. Again, had good product experience, not as a business analyst, right? Now, after she did the training with us, she's of course changed 2 jobs quite frequently within the last couple of years. But today is a full-fledged business analyst, right? In fact, manages a team of 5 BAs reporting to her, and presently is at 25 lakhs INR CTC, right? With a growth of 117% in the last 2 years, right? So the reason why we put this slides in is that if Sandeep is successful, if I am kind of moderately doing okay in my career, I think we owe a lot in terms of giving back to the community. And I think we strongly believe that there is no rocket science in a BA career, right? So if you do the right, if you have the right guidance, if you have the right mentorship, you can definitely go past each of us, right? You can be much more successful in your own journeys. Okay, so this is output, outcome, and benefit. Any questions here? Just taking a quick pause.
No, Chiranta.
All right, so we'll go to case studies and testimonials, guys. Okay, now just before I go to the case studies, and we will actually show you a video of one of our case studies getting implemented. Before that, let me tell you a couple of unique things about our training pedagogy. So our training pedagogy is we teach you the concepts. We teach you, actually we'll open this meeting again, okay? It's got some 2 minutes only. Now, once we do this training, or once we do this fundamental concept clarity, we actually invite the class in the middle of the session to break out into breakout rooms and solve what they have learned on the go, right? This is completely in the class. You do it in front of us, that you actually do the problem solving. And this is something that people have loved, right? And they really think that that is one of our unique propositions in terms of training. So the case studies cannot be Googled, right? We kind of give you a case study in such a way that you can try the, it's an open book thing. You can Google, you can do anything you want. You will not be able to see the solution directly, right? So you will have to apply your knowledge. So let me do a quick stop sharing and let me show you one of the case studies, okay, guys? And we will show you how it is being solved as well. Sandeep, just a quick note, we might have an end to this meeting. We'll have to open it again.
No, I think I've upgraded this account. I think by mistake I've logged in from this, so it should kick us out.
Okay, so this is one of the case studies that we actually ask people to solve in the class. Okay, and we name our case studies quite fondly as well, right? So this is about Watch Your Space, where you are hired as an agile coach in an organization, and they want to do a product launch, right? So they want to do a product launch in an agile way, and they take your guidance how to do it with an agile team that they have given you, right? And then there are questions which follows, right? So right from creating an agile charter to kind of showing you a particular visual and say that, hey, how can we understand this? What is lean? What is a waste? What is the excessive level of work in progress limit that is associated with this agile methodology? So you can see all this, right? I mean, until unless you don't understand these graphs and charts, and this is what is done in the actual workplace, right, guys? No one in an interview is going to ask you what is a user story. They will tell you, can you give us an example of a user story? Can you actually break down an epic into a feature and then a feature into a user story? And this is what we kind of impart in the training classroom, right? So this is the kind of actual case study we ask in the class, and people have to solve and then we kind of discuss the solutions. Okay. So with that, I will do a quick stop sharing again, and I will show you how the case study is being solved, right? It will give you a sneak peek of how this is done in real time. Okay, so just give me one moment. But before I do that, let me kind of give you one. Hey, is the voice cracking? Are you? Sorry, I didn't understand. I didn't notice that. Let me try and switch my internet if that helps. And this is always a case on the weekends, isn't it, guys? Am I still not audible or not very clear?
It's much better now.
Seems better now. Okay, perfect. So let me actually give you a little bit of a background, right? Now, this is where people have actually been shown the case study. Okay, and they have had a little bit of 15 minutes of deliberation between the teams in the Zoom breakout rooms. And after they have deliberated, they are now coming back into the class, and then they are discussing what they have written. So the idea was they have to write an epic. From that epic, they have to show a product roadmap. And from that product roadmap, for the very first release, what are they going to use in the first sprint is what they have to come up with. Okay, so that's what we have to see, how the team came up with all of that, right? So just give me one moment. I'm going to play that video now. I'm just going to share the sound so that you can hear us. Okay, perfect. Let me just forward it a little bit to a meaningful area. The case study. then we'll start. There you go. Okay.
So now just to give the background to everybody, why you will be seeing this list is very important to understand the business logic. So we have finished the MVP stage. We have finished the, sorry, not the MVP, but we have finished the POC stage. And now the client has really liked it and given the project, right? And you know, after you've got this project, you have also done a short, very short MVP from that, and now the actual project has begun. So this is like from all this, sprint one starts. So this is a typical live scenario, I would say. So here, the first things we are integrating is that.
Sorry guys, was it audible? I'm just confirming that it was audible. You are able to see it without any buffering, right? Are you able to hear it clearly?
Yes, it was cracking at my end, but maybe it's just my internet.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll start playing it.
That we already have a similar kind of app which the client has seen during the POC stage, and also the client would like to see the smartwatch. So there are two aspects. Okay, now let's see how it goes. So the first thing, if you see, that is that the release is one, because it's one. This is the first release, and this is the first sprint, and I have made it 1.5 user story ID. You can give any ID, that doesn't, each organization has its own ID, and I've made it as dev. Okay, here. So I, as a product owner, I'm thinking this is the story for whom. Okay, so is a development story or a design story or a QA story and so on. This is the top priority for me, therefore it's a priority 1. If it was a less priority, then I would have made it 3 or 5 or something like that. And if you see the description notes, the user should be able to create my account using fields like email, phone number, name, OTP, password.
Is me? Sorry, Amit, who is me? Is it the product owner or the customer?
Sorry, me?
It's a customer.
Sorry, Chirindra, what's the question?
The question is, who is me? Who is I? Is it the product owner or is it the customer?
So
it's customer,
let's assume, yeah. So let's assume that I am the product owner, okay, for now, and I have made this list in coherence or in collaboration with the customer, right? So I've not done it independently.
Yeah, so that is very important, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, the product owner is the voice of the customer, right? And at this point of time, you're saying that this I is nothing but the product owner. And when you are looking at product owner, there is one persona that you will have, right, for dev team, right? So in future, you may have to create more user stories, but as of now, Amit, this is fine. You're only doing it for the product owner as a voice of the customer, or for others to understand.
That is yeah, that's exactly the task. So that's why I didn't go to the customer side. Just one second. Sorry. Yeah. So then if you see these criteria, if an user ID exists, then the relevant error messages are to be shown. If the password criteria are not met, then a similar error message needs to be displayed to the user. And I also wrote an acceptance criteria where users should be able to successfully create their accounts and also verify the OTP along with their email verification. So this is the gist of the story, and this is the descriptive notes.
Okay, one point here. Okay, very important for people to note this. The user should be able to create my account using fields like email, phone number, name, OTP, and password. Now, Amit, see, if you look at the hierarchy of requirements, right? So there has to be an epic, then there has to be a feature, then there has to be a user story. Now, I'm not coming in hard on this user story as such, but I want people to understand this is not good enough as a story. Okay, if it is a user story, it is not good enough. Now, the first point, why it is not good enough, you have to understand. And it is not criticism. I mean, okay, not at all criticism. It is just education for people to know that what exactly is a user story and how is it different from a feature. So the moment you are calling it a user story, remember, the user story has to be detailed at a sufficient level that the developer can start development. Okay, now let me point out where the issues are. The user should be able to create my account. Now, first dichotomy is users and your account. The developer won't understand. What do you mean by user and your account? Okay, now there in a user story, you cannot put the word like. Guys, hopefully that would have given you some idea of how the case studies get solved. Did that give you some real life understanding of how people solve the case studies? Yes, no, didn't get it. Yes, you're still there. Hopefully, am I still audible? Hi. Okay, I'm still audible. Okay, perfect. Okay, good guys. Then next, what we want to do is we want to show you one video about the testimonials, right? People who have actually taken our courses and what do they feel about that. So just give me one moment. I'm just going to play that as well.
Really well, and this has been by far the most amazing interactive course that I've ever attended. So I'm looking forward to attend more other courses as well in future. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, myself Yogendra. I have over 5 years of experience working in insurance sector, and that is the reason I wanted a change in a BA field. And I joined the classes provided by AgileBA from Sandeep and Chirantan. And I am really fortunate that these guys are so interactive between the classes and the kind of use case studies they are providing, right? So everything is phenomenal. The thing is that right now I'm using all the tools that is actually used in this practical scenario, right? So definitely I'd recommend everyone whoever want to get a transition to BA field or any product manager or product owner kind of position, if you're looking for, definitely you should approach Sandeep and Chirantan, because you will get the hands full of knowledge. You will get your hands on every tool that is being used in this real scenario, just like Custellence. And recently I worked on product roadmap, so that is quite uh, what should I say, that I don't have actual word for that, but that is really a great learning experience that you can share with everyone around you. Even you would get to know that you are knowing more than your managers, right? So, and also one more point I would like to add, that I have been cheated from a big online education providing firm, right? And but the only best thing from there was I got a contact of Sandeep and Chirantan, and that is the reason I have that kind of confidence that right now immediately I can have the transition. But as currently I am in the class, so I am getting more knowledges so that I can put it in my career and get all the fruits that I actually deserve. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, this is the video right after my first session of Professional Scrum Master and Professional Scrum Product Owner training, and this was a 4-hour session, and you can.
Okay, guys, I think I'll stop the sharing. I think you would have heard a little bit about how the testimonials are for our classes. So with that, I think we've come to a logical conclusion of what we wanted to cover. Of course, we are going to send you, if you can just give your email addresses and your phone numbers. Phone numbers are optional, but email addresses, if you send us, what we will do is we will send you a copy of the presentation that was used for today's webinar. Plus, also something that we are planning to do is, as a goodwill gesture, people who have taken time out on a Sunday to kind of come and attend to these trainings, we are kind of giving a good discount. But the idea is you have to contact us. So I'll just put out the number for if in case you want to attend any of our BA courses or even the PMI ACP. I think that is going to be very useful. I'm just going to put this for everyone. 1 second, I'll just give it to everyone. What we will also do is, just to help you in your preparation as a business analyst, we will give you a goodie for people who are kind of giving their email addresses. We are going to send across one document which will give you BA information, right? So it can be BA interview questions and answers, which will help you prepare for the all important BA role. But at this point of time, we want to check if there are questions for us, right? So myself and Sandeep, we've kind of covered our curriculum, hopefully given you a sense of what we do, how it is different in the industry. Are there questions that you have for us?
Chirantan, sorry, before questions, I just wanted to add something here, guys. Apart from all this training, we are also helping not Fortune 500, not Fortune 100, not Fortune 20 or 50, Fortune 5 companies, the top companies in the whole world. We're helping them to hire their BAs in their companies and throughout the world. I mean, some of the job roles are on site where we need some guys like BA trained BAs from India and other countries, people who want to work on sites, etc. And I think it's a big privilege. You agree with that, Chirantan, that these big Fortune 5 companies are approaching us because they know the kind of people we provide or the kind of skills we actually empower our BAs with, or the people we train. So that is why they have that kind of confidence in us. We've been asked left, right, and center by these guys to send good CVs to them. And the problem we have is we don't have the right talent, people with the right skills, whom we can actually connect with these guys. So if you want to become, trainees or will have trainings with us, definitely we give you the preference in terms of like sending your CVs to these organizations. And it does not matter where you are on the globe. We have connections in every single country with these organizations. So just to add on that bit as well at the end. The other thing I want to say before we take any questions, if any one of you wants to sign in with any of our courses today, just for today, if you sign and pay the money, you're gonna get 25% discount on every single course we are doing. Then that is just only for the people who are in this webinar and today itself. Okay, so if you have any questions, please freeze to fire, and we are more than happy to take any of your questions. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for adding that, Sandeep. In fact, we have so many job openings right now, isn't it? I mean, not only in the UK, but because of our connections in India market, in the US market, there are so many companies who are approaching us, asking for BA CVs, asking for product owner CVs, and right across all the levels, guys. Not only people who are experienced, we get asked to be sending even the fresher CVs, right? So people who have got no experience as a BA, we get asked those questions as well to send those profiles. It's your time now for asking us questions. Was this useful? I know we lost a little bit of time earlier on in terms of the technical glitch, but hopefully this was useful. Any questions that you want to ask us, you can either unmute yourself or you can even ask on the chat. We will prefer a face-to-face, kind of interaction. Atul, you raised your hand, is it? Did you have any question for us? No. How feasible will it be for a 11.5 years experience in hedge funds operations candidate to pursue this certification? Hey, see, I mean, this is what I was saying, right? RK, sorry, I don't know your full name, but this is going to be very, very useful. So that's when we were showing you remember the personas, right, of people whom we have trained. There was a person who was very, very close to you. So you're talking about hedge fund operations. That person had security markets operations. exactly a security market operations profile and did an MCOM, right? So a master's in commerce, did not have an MBA and wanted to get into the BA journey. After 8 years of experience was getting 11.5 lakhs, right? In Gurgaon. And after a couple of switches, after she did the training with us, she is today at 25 lakhs, manages a team of 5 BAs, right? So it has been a big journey, right? So I think if you have the zeal and the enthusiasm, we can definitely make this happen. And it is not just one person for whom we have done it. There are so many people who at various stages of their careers, right? So right from 1 or 2 years of experience to 10 plus years of experience to 25, 30 years of experience, they come to us, right? There was a person who has kind of enrolled for our BA course, I think who's got 28 years experience in the US, right? So people are also revisiting, right? So people who have had career exposure, they want to do better in their career and in their mobilities, right? So sometimes they do it for mobility, sometimes they do it for getting a job, sometimes they do it for just sheer knowledge, right? So I think it is very easy, RK, to kind of make that mobility
Right.
after 11.5 years to get into a BA role. It's highly possible.
Thank you, Chirantan. Rahul this side. I already interacted with you a couple of months ago.
Yes, I remember.
And yes, so it was a very nice experience, getting interviewed by you. Took a couple of things from that interview. Yeah, so yes, happy to see you. And thanks a lot for your time over the weekend. Yeah, that's really great. People like you. We actually, there are a lot of courses into the market who provide only the Excel. Some are providing Tableau, some are providing macro. But I am first time I'm encountering this kind of a course who is industry expert, who's providing a BA role. Exactly what happens, because I myself appeared from 2 to 3 BA interviews in last 6 months, but unable to clear. I did had a good theoretical knowledge, securities market, but then when it is coming to actual the BA role, I was like, no. And the company was kind of not willing to take a chance on me, given this number of years of experience coming with that kind of a package. So I mean, yeah, really looking forward to take out something from you guys. Yeah.
Thanks, Rahul. In fact, I remember our discussion. Do you remember at the end of the interview process, we were discussing that, how do you kind of transition into the BA role? We connected over LinkedIn.
I
think it is definitely possible.
And yes, as rightly put, there are a lot of opportunities as compared to operations into the market, and BAs are really paid very well into the market. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's true.
Thanks, Rob.
Hi, Chirantan sir. This is Atul. Actually, I have a question whether so I have a question whether BA will be a good fit for me. So I want to have a profile evaluation, or based on I want to spend I want to get interviewed by you, so that you can have we can have a discussion and just give me a pathway whether BA will be right thing for me, or the role which I am currently doing is it good for me. So because there are some questions and there are some doubts. So before enrolling, I want to have that clear, because later on I should not have a regret. So is there any opportunities?
Absolutely. So see, I will just put the numbers here again, right? So you can call at this number, you can call at my number as well. Okay, I'm just going to put it here. We are happy to kind of have that discussion. That's not a problem, because see. Yeah, Atul, sorry, go ahead.
No issue.
Yeah. So see, the idea is we choose our participants. Something that Sandeep and I didn't mention is we want to give back real knowledge and benefit real people in the industry, right? So we are not doing it just because of a commercial purpose. We want to really make an impact in the industry, right? Because I'll tell you very honestly, Atul, when I started my career about 17, 18 years back, and when I was part of the Babcock version 1, there was almost no trainers in the market, right? There was a real dearth of good quality mentors in the market who would actually mentor people to become BAs. And we have our self-interest. Okay, let's be very honest. The self-interest is to grow the community, right? The more people we kind of grow in the community, the community derives a lot of benefit from that, from each other's help, each other's networking as well, isn't it? So we can definitely help you. Feel free to message me, message Sandeep, and we will kind of get on a call, understand your profile at in depth, see what are the different questions that you have for us, and then we can have a informed decision made, right? In fact, what Sandeep didn't mention, let me actually, let me talk about this. We are only looking at committed, serious individuals. There have been cases where we do very small batches, okay, because we are interested in giving back the real information as to hands-on industry knowledge, right? People who have signed up for us, they have kind of, they don't come and attend our trainings. We give back the money to them. Have you ever heard anything like that? That you give back a person's money? Because we are
No,
interested
no.
in people making their real transition, right? So we really invest a lot of time. I mean, Sandeep and me, professionally, we are very, very occupied at work, isn't it? But we want to give back so that people make their journeys fruitful and we kind of have a part in their success story. It gives us a lot of pleasure and satisfaction when you become part of success stories, right? That's what we are after. Okay.
Sure. So definitely I'll contact you, sir, probably on the numbers given by you. And one thing, like I am from a cybersecurity background. From last 2-3 years, I'm into cybersecurity. Earlier, I was in banking domain. In the same bank itself, I am into cybersecurity itself. So, like recently, what like why I got into or moved towards BA, because I saw like IIBA also start some sort of certification into cybersecurity related. I don't
Yes.
know
Yes.
like what exactly it is, but that is the reason, like because for me, I don't want to lose field cybersecurity, but still on the same side, I want to grow, because like cybersecurity is somewhat like people are very scared, but the same way, because I am more into like having the feeling that I'm being underpaid. So I don't want to have that, because I have a family. As you mentioned, you want a very serious candidate. So probably because a married person and having a kid only understand what is the pain if you are not getting paid and cannot fulfill your family's dream.
Absolutely.
So that is the reason I just need your guidance. And cybersecurity is a field which I want to have with me along with the side of BA. So can you just put some light on it, or how I can get into it?
I think, see, IIBA first of all came up with 3 certifications. Sandeep, let me just clarify the certification bit first, and then you can add on. Because to be honest, Atul, Sandeep is the expert here. Okay, my co-trainer, he's from IT industry. He's an expert in infrastructure and networking. So he's the right guy to talk to. I am an accountant by profession, but I am also in front of his technology, right? So both of us will be able to kind of guide you. But there are 3 certifications which IIBA came up with in recent times. One was the product ownership certification, which is CPOA. One which you rightly said identified is the cybersecurity certification, and one is the agile analyst certification, right? So the cybersecurity certificate is very, very new, but we'll talk about it at length. Sandeep, you want to give a quick couple of minutes of intro
Also,
on
I
this
want to
topic?
mention, sir, like also I want to mention, like you're like I am also a banker for 5 years. I had hardcore into relationship management and sales, and then like by being a BIT graduate, so I had a liking into getting into information security and cybersecurity. So that is from last 2 years I'm into cybersecurity. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can have an offline chat, and I can guide you and understand you a bit more. And definitely we can. The whole point of we doing the training is to, like, we really focus on the pocket. We want to grow your purse, and
Correct,
that
sir.
is the main
Yeah.
outcome we want for everybody.
Yes.
People who do the training with us, they not only get empowered, like their knowledge wise and the career wise, etc., but it has to make the real tangible difference to your pockets. Right? And we are big believer in me and Chirantan are big believer. If you are learning something, it has to benefit you in terms of monetary benefits, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So
Ultimately,
do not
yeah.
worry. Yeah, it has to bring you money. Full stop. And that's what we keep the basis in our mind when we're doing these trainings, that it has to, bring people money, like the way it has done to us, to me and Chirantan. And we're growing like never before. So yeah, I can
Sure, sir.
help you and answer all your questions, and I can maybe do a hybrid model for you when you were talking about B and security and banking. I can maybe create like a silver lining model for you where you can do more with less efforts. We all have 8 hours. I mean, why not get paid more in those 8 hours?
Sure,
When
sir.
we are working, right?
Yes.
So why settling
Yeah.
down for less? Yeah.
So
yeah.
because I had gone through a lot of things, the only like I got attracted to that yours is a hybrid model. Like you people give us the candidate what exactly it is required as of now, what I've gone through like through the seminar itself. Website. So please let me know and like how I can transition like my career. So that will be a great help from your side, sir. So I will definitely talk to you, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. See, in my
Thank you so
lifetime
much.
and Chirantan's, like in between us, we have helped hundreds and hundreds of people so far, just to shaping up their career. I think that is the add-on skill which is unparalleled. I think you will not find trainers who can actually guide people from any background, and tell you what to do next in order for them to achieve their targets. So I think Touchwood, we have that kind of, because of the kind of exposures we have, cross-functional domains. Like I've worked in various sort of domains, from IT to banking to healthcare to government, to startups to all sorts of things or projects I've done in the past. And Chirantan, his experience is amazing with the banking and technology at the same time. So I think in between us, we be a big problem solvers. Any problem you give us, we'll have a solution for you. And one thing is the career, we'll be more than happy to guide you. Just connect me with offline. Just, you have the number in the
Sure,
chat.
sir, sure.
You can WhatsApp me.
Yeah.
And we can
Yeah.
talk on the phone. Okay.
Immediately, sir. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any other
All right,
questions?
guys, these
anyone
are
has?
great questions. Anyone else? There are quite a few other people. We are happy to answer more questions.
Hi, Chirantan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Purva, can hear you.
Thanks. Chiranta, it was a great insight towards the world. And yes, when you say hybrid, I can somehow relate to it because I'm kind of having the same career path, it seems. But when we say it's a hybrid BA, from the global perspective, what exactly is one quality that differentiates a hybrid BA from a normal BA? And how do we achieve that through your curriculum?
Yeah, so I'll give you a real-time example. Okay, Purva. So one of the real-time examples is what happens is people are looking for dual skills, right? See, budgets and purse strings have shrink, right? Now, because the budgets and all these things have collapsed, what people are asking is one person doing the job of two people, right? Now,
Exactly.
in one organization, I am doing the job of a BA as well as a project and program manager. Now, what happens is you yourself will write the user stories and you will also do the modeling at the same time. Now, let's say you have to do a process model. You have to create an entity relationship diagram, and you actually have to break down requirements from the epic to the feature to the user story level. Now, all these 5 things you cannot do in any course. I can give this to you in writing. What happens, Purva, is people generally do the agile way of working, but organizations are not purely agile, right? You know, in your organization also, people are not purely agile. They call themselves purely agile, but then they will say that, hey, the regulator is asking for a BRD. Doesn't your regulator ask for a BRD?
Oh, yes,
So
they
when
do.
you are So when your regulator asks for a BRD, whether it is in trade or transaction reporting or whichever area, at that point of time, you need to know how to do the modeling as well. And how do you
Right.
kind of, after doing that modeling, how do you translate that model into the user story? So that's the kind of insights that we are talking about, right, in this one particular course. Now, there are many things which you do not do in a particular project. Now, let's say, for example, you're doing a product launch, Purva, right? Now, when you are doing a product launch, now this product can be it can be a manufacturing product, it could be a service, and it could also be, let's say, an investment banking product. Now, when you are setting up a new entity, And when you're doing the NPA and all of those things, right? So new product approval process and all of those things in your banking organization, what happens is you're going to launch the product. Now, when you're going to do the product launch, you will need to know what is your customer analysis, what's your market research. Do you know how to strategize in the form of writing a lean canvas? So let's say you're getting pulled into a strategy meeting, Purva, right? Do you know how to
Right.
present a business model canvas? Do you know what is a lean canvas and what does it show us? No, right? Because in the corporate world, you don't really get to know this firsthand. But in trainings like ours, we give you that real problem that, hey, this is the product launch. There are few people who are not so convinced customers, or they are thinking, why invest in this particular product? Can you do a customer journey map for them? Can you write a strategy document, which is a lean canvas? That's when we actually have to do and not only understand the theory, but implement that in the class when it comes to the workshop. That definitely makes your profile stand out. When you're able to talk about all these things, that definitely makes your profile stand out. This is when you speak all these jargons. Not only banking, but the consulting industry is going to welcome you with open arms.
Sure,
So many.
it sounds.
I mean, I'm just, yeah. All right. I think there was another question which was being asked.
Hi, Chirantan, Nidhi here.
Hey, hi, Nidhi. How are things with you?
Yeah, things are good. So I just want to know that I have around 6.5 years experience in IT industry as a Java developer. So I just want to know whether I will have to start BA career as a fresher, or I can convert my CV from Java developer to BA, and I can perform as a BA as a 6.5 year experienced person.
Yeah.
In
so
any
see,
industry.
Good question. So see, the thing is, definitely your experience will play a role, Nidhi. Okay. And in fact, what we have seen is a lot of BA careers come from development as a background, right? So they are, let's say, C++ developers, they are .NET developers, they are Java developers. And then they, after doing the development career, then they decide to get into the BA career. Now, Nidhi, tell me honestly, what is the reason that you will want to go into the BA career? One of the areas that we have seen people want to make a switch into the BA career is from a BA, you can become a project manager. From a BA, you can become a subject matter expert. And BAs are definitely well paid in the industry, right? So your experience of development for 6.5 years will definitely be very, very useful. In fact, you should leverage that. Not only will that be useful, you should leverage that on your CV. And there are ways in which you can call out that development experience, because in certain pockets, you have been doing the work of a BA. It's just that maybe the jargons, the terminologies, you have not been able to use it, right? So the moment you use it, you will definitely have a lot of weightage of your experience that will come in. But having said that, see, we'll be very honest in one thing, Nidhi, that in terms of the package, you will not get a 6.5 years tenured BA package to start off with, right? Because you'll have to slowly invest, right, in terms of growing upwards on that ladder, right? So your expectation should not be that, hey, if I come with 6.5 years of experience, I should be getting a very, very handsome package. Definitely there are opportunities which call for that, but you'll have to work on that as well, right? So you'll have to work on your profile, work on improving your skills, improving your knowledge, have a lot of industry tools knowledge to kind of impress the recruiter on the other side of the table. And there you go. You can definitely get that package.
Yeah, just to add on what Chirantan have just mentioned, I've have loads of developer friends. Like they have worked at the very, very like higher level in development. Some of them been architects, like team leads and architects, etc. But they said it's very, very pressurizing. It's too demanding.
Yeah.
And then
A lot of pressure is there in development.
yeah,
So that is the
exactly,
reason I want to leave.
exactly. But if you want to do smart work, if you're smart player, then BA is a very, very good area. Basically, you're an individual contributor. People will listen to you. When you give an advice, it has a value. They will not kind of simply ignore it. So you bring that value and you bring that satisfaction as well at the end of the day when you're doing a job. And you don't have to do coding or hours and hours of working on a screen and sitting in front of it, whereas you will be doing like a mixture of things, talking to people, understanding, analyzing, reporting, etc. And these kind of skills don't go, they just don't fade away, Nidhi. In in
Yeah.
in development, other thing happens is like today Java is popular. Something else comes up tomorrow, like Python is picking up now. So people have to
Yeah.
move from Java to something else, or to Python, or from Python to something else in the future. So you have to keep on learning and keep on evolving as well at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So there's a
That
lot
is
of
the big
juggling.
problem.
There's a
Yeah.
lot and lot of juggling because I come from an IT background as well, and that was one of the big reasons I left IT and I said, I cannot do this because I have to keep on every 6 months I have to keep on revising something, something or the other. And I
Yeah.
think the BA give you that sweet point, in terms of which comes along, and where you can actually utilize your current skill sets very easily. And I think the BAs get hired in any sector. We work in every single sector hires BA, right? So I think there is a myth in the industry that only the IT guys or IT industries are only hiring BAs. BAs get hired in every single sector. So any which background you or anyone comes from can become a BA in that sector, or you can be a cross-functional. I think being in IT, it's a little bit of advantage because you have done projects for, say, for example, airline or maybe a banking industry. You must have coded for different domains. So when you
Yeah. I
start
have
working with different domains,
in
you bring
financial
that
domain.
experience into your skill set as well, right? And
Yeah.
financial domain, exactly. So you can apply, once you have the right skill sets, you can start applying and just get easily you can transition into a BA role. And I think very soon as a product owner as well, because you've been there in the IT and you've been
Yeah.
coding for a while,
Yeah.
right? So
How should I change my resume? How should I build my resume? Means I should convert my Java developer profile to BA profile.
Yeah, I think we are losing out a little bit there, Sandeep. Your network is low.
developer.
You are able to hear him?
No, I
Sandeep, I
can't
think
hear.
we are starting to lose
Can you
you.
hear me now?
It's almost like the Terminators have come back. So Arnold Schwarzenegger is back in the new movie.
Okay. I think maybe connect to me on my.
Yeah. No, I think again we are losing. We can't hear you.
Us. Sorry, I was saying that you should connect with us. Okay, so let's kind of connect offline because Sandeep is traveling today. Let's kind of connect offline on the number I've given. Okay,
Sorry,
guys, if just checking, are there any other questions? Sandeep, I was asking Nidhi to connect with you offline on the number that we have provided. That will be nice.
Thank you.
Hi, Chirantan, Rahul this side. I just have
Yeah,
a
Rahul.
quick question.
Please.
Are you guys offering a series of certifications, or is it like just one certification on the table at the moment?
Yeah. So we do a few series of certifications, Rahul. So we do the business analysis to the IIBA certifications. We do the Scrum certifications within this hybrid course as well. So you have the professional Scrum Master, the professional Scrum Product Owner. Then we also do the PMI Agile Certified Practitioner, right? So the Agile Certified Practitioner is in great demand. The reason, Rahul, for that Agile Certified Practitioner is, now, when you look at the PMP as a curriculum, it still uses waterfall, and waterfall is not much used in projects these days, right? So people have moved to using agile methodologies. Now, ACP, the Agile Certified Practitioner, is a curriculum which makes you a project manager implementing agile methodologies, right? So we definitely want to promote agile also as one of the delivery methodology, which is why we do PMI ACP as well. And we are constantly adding to our, our bucket of certificate offering as well.
So one more question. I'm sorry if this question sounds a
No,
little
no.
bit
Yes.
awkward. So once I do the certification from, let's say I do the IIBA or the, the project stuff certification. So do I need to appear for any kind of an exam somewhere else, or it's like what?
Yes. So see, when you do the IIBA certifications, you have to give the exam in a controlled environment. You can do it from your home as well, Rahul. It's just that you need to have a webcam and you need to have a stable internet where you will be doing a proctored exam, right? So there will be a person on the other side of the table who will be monitoring your examination methodology. When you do the PSM or the PSPO from scrum.org, you do not need to do proctored exams, but you can kind of write it from anywhere in the world. For PMI ACP also it is proctored, right? So Project Management Institute will, you will have to pay a fee to the institute. And when you sit for the exam, it will be a monitored exam. So definitely all of these require a certification to clear. And that this is also good in one way, isn't it, Rahul? Because when you justify your learning through a certification which gives you, and these are all international certifications, right? So it is not only valid in India, it's valid if, let's say, you want to settle down in the US, you want to settle down in the UK in future. It is kind of valid everywhere globally.
Okay, so Chirantan, per se, if I am doing the certification, or I'm just attending the course which you and Sandeep are will be tutoring or mentoring us, so wouldn't that be enough to just go and get a job in the market? If a person wants to change the...
Yeah, so I've understood the question. So see, the courses that we do, Rahul, is enough for you to get a job. You don't need to write an examination. In fact, in any of my teams, I don't have a certified business analyst in my team. Right? So it is not essential that you, after the course that you do with us, you have to write an exam. It is not essential. In fact, what we suggest is after the course, you enhance your CV. We give you some templates to enhance your CV. You enhance your CV, get into the right job, spend some time, get comfortable with the job. At a later point of time, appear for your certifications because it takes some time to prepare for them. Right? It is not essential that you have to go and write an examination after our course. That is not a prerequisite at all.
Okay, and so let's say, for example, a person is changing his field and coming into the projects or the BA role, right?
Yes.
To reach at the top-notch level, let's say a director or a senior director or a MD level, is that certifications a prerequisite to reach that level? Because for some organizations, kind of demand like you need to have an MBA, blah blah, and all those things, so in the operations world per se. So just wanted to understand what happens in this world.
No, it's not a prerequisite at all, Rahul. In fact, I have seen most of my peers who are directors that they have not had a single certificate, formal certificate as such. See, the idea is when we do our courses, we stress a lot on the actual implementation, the actual industry knowledge. The knowledge takes you places, the knowledge determines your altitude. It is not the paper certificate, right? I mean, and you, if you look at my profile, you will see that there are a host of certifications that I have as well, similar to what Sandeep does. But still, even after having so many certifications, we still maintain certification is just a means to an end. It is not necessary, right? There are people who are, I mean, I can, very well talk about directors in my organization. They don't have any certification as such, right? But the real knowledge, the way it works in the industry is very important. And that's what we are here for.
Makes sense. Yeah, thank you, Chirantan. Thanks. That would be all from my side. Yeah.
Sure. All right, any last question, guys? We've almost been here for 1.5 years now. 1.5 hours now. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. Give you some time back on Sunday. Thank you for attending. We are really grateful, and thanks for passing on your email addresses. If you haven't already, just put it there. We will send you the material, which has quite a few parts of our slides. We will also give you a good BA doc. And remember, if you're contacting us today, you are definitely standing to benefit. Okay. All right, with that, we will kind of sign off for the day. Thank you. Stay safe. We give you a wish you all the very best for not only your professional success in this year, but ahead in life, as well as stay safe with your families. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Chirantan. Thanks, Sandeep. Yeah.
Thank you
Stay
all.
safe,
Thank you.
guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Enjoy your weekend.